plug at every station. Make sure you get those plugged in. And then we have one breaker for you. So I'll bring that breaker around for you, put that in. And that's gonna be for your one light.
1, 2, 3,
ideal! We rock it.
Elijah, what do we have here? Breakfast of Champions?
Walnuts and banana chips, man.
Welcome to Flavor Town, baby.
You want to make sure these ones right here, those are nutted off. Yep. So if you're, oh, I mean these one right here.
I am hanging out, just putting a plug into this breaker box. This plug is going to let us run power to all of the wires in our house to see if there's a continuous loop and see if we hit any wires or if any wires are jacked up. I'm just gonna run this wire into this breaker box, up into the breakers, hook it all up, and then we'll be able to hook all of these wires up to this as well, plug it in, and God willing, it'll all work. This is my utility belt, except for I don't have any cool knife on my chest. Like Batman.
You don't screw these in.
Rick told me that we needed this O-ring, but it's not fitting very well. I am trying to get this ring out, but the thing is this ring is pretty bent. So I'm thinking about just cutting it out.
So we're just gonna take that whole thing out.
Go, then we run it through. Can you go grab some of those silver self-driving screws? This is exactly where it all starts. This is what gives us power to everything else in the house. Each time I've done this, it hasn't worked, and I think it hasn't worked for a couple different reasons. One, because there was a little bit too much metal in here, and two, because I didn't have this rubber piece on all the way, because I was being impatient. Well, and you know, we really didn't need that little bit of O-ring in there. So, you have those screws?
Yep.
Oh, we needed self-driving. Those ones are, those are sheet metal.
It's not allowing you to go through.
Okay. Well, if I'm perfectly honest with you, I'm not too sure. We have to hook up these wires to the specific terminals. I'm pretty sure I know how it works, but this is a very specific point in the process, and I really don't want to screw it up and hurt something when we plug it in or have like a arc flash or something crazy. So I'm gonna consult with Nelson.
Cool, let's talk about it.
I don't know how to hook the plug up. I
a little different. So you got the ground in the right place.
Yeah, I kind of remember, and then
this is neutral, right here. This is ground.
what is this called?
This is neutral, or ground or neutral. Either one of these can be either one because the ground and neutral are unified. They put them together. They're connected here. They connect all the way across to here. So it's all the same panel.
Okay.
So all grounds, all neutrals, but they connect right here, your main one.
Okay.
So you'll put your ground here, your neutral here, your black will go here, and you'll put a jumper from here to here, just like we did on the last one.
Yeah.
Okay, so you had it pretty much right.
Okay.
You started here, neutral, power, hot. This then, it goes on your light one, whichever one it is, and you just hook it in and then push it down.
And it pops in.
And it's in.
And
And your black will go.
does it pop right out?
Yep, pull it. There you go. Okay. And your black connects right there for the lights coming out. Whichever one of these are the lights. How many you got now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, that's about right? Okay.
I hope so.
I don't think we went down one, so I'll just have to look at that. Okay.
Yikes.
You're good. Okay.
Okay. Sounds good. Kind of know what I'm doing now. Sorta. I had Nelson come over and explain what we needed to do. Yeah, it's nice to know that, especially when like I have no idea what I need to do next. Yeah, I understand it pulls out like that, but yeah, I think it's super valuable that the fact that I can, if I have no idea what I'm doing, I can just walk over and be like, hey Rick, hey Nelson, what do I do with this?
Trying to find an extra home run here. Why do we have an extra home run? I don't know if your eyes will pick it up.
Someone go outside and dribble money.
Not marked well because we've had to change them.
So we have 4 wires. 1, and then 2, 3, 4. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So it's not over here, it's somewhere over here, right?
So, we were having some issues. I was hooking up the breaker box and Nelson walked over and went, why is there 9 wires coming out of your building? And I said, I have no clue. So, what ended up happening was we're in there counting wires, trying to make sure that all of the wires that are in there that run out to the breaker box are needed, and that there's not just extra material that isn't very needed in there, extra wires that may trip a breaker and cause a problem.
Sounds like an inventory for efficiency.
Yeah, and teaching me why I should label my wires. Organization is half the battle. Now that I've had to really kind of label all the wires by myself and stuff like that, and try and figure it all out, yeah, now I'm gonna definitely make sure to label them next time.
That's A3. What's it labeled as? Where it's looking like it's heading, but we're not there yet. This one?
Yeah, so we were just trying to make sure, look at all of our cables inside, make sure everything's totally correct, exactly where we want it to be. And Nelson counted our wires and said, hey, why do you have 9 wires? And I said, you know, I'm not really sure. I'm pretty sure that it was all wired correctly and that we had 9 wires that were supposed to run out into home runs. We ended up counting other houses. One house had 9, one house had 8, and the other house had 8. So it was kind of like half and half, who had 8, who had 9. But he said that, hey, you need to have 9 wires coming out. So luckily I don't have to fix anything, straight up. Now I'm ready to hook this breaker up. Yeah, just ask the question, you know. No, you don't want to be not knowing just because you don't want to ask. So I would rather know, and I've never really done this before, so I'd rather know and figure it out the first time so that in future years I know exactly what I'm doing.